Look at that. First snow of the season. At least we made it past Halloween.
Hello Internet. 2 days ago, I got all of the metal pins taken out of my middle finger. That, along with the fact that, as you saw in the first clip, it is snowing outside today, I am kind of a homebound guy. Like, I'm not doing anything all that interesting. So I figured I would take a moment and reflect on some of the things that I've learned as a guy who really can only use one hand. Here are just a couple of things I've learned in the last month. One, if you only have one working hand, the other arm, that sleeve chest area, is going to be dirty. Peanut butter jars, jam jars, leftover Tupperware, sticky simple syrups, cocktail cherries. They're all going to go in a headlock right here. And inevitably, you are going to spill a little on yourself, or there's going to be a sticky residue on the outside of the jar. You're just going to have kind of a little bit of a mess right here. 2, more things go on the ground than I originally anticipated. Like, if I don't have the strength to put a jar in a headlock and twist it off like that, I will put it on the ground and then squeeze it with 2 of my feet and try and crack the jar like that. I find a distinct lack of tabletop surfaces near me at moments when I need to put something down, so everything just kind of goes on the ground. Which is kind of closely related to number 3, which is there are a lot more things than I originally thought that I would be comfortable putting in my mouth. Like, sure, all the normal stuff like a pen or a toothbrush or some sort of utensil that you're using, but also things like the type of clothing I'm going to wear, or even the bag of cat treats I'm about to try and open to lure the cat back inside.
Oh yeah, Mr. Beans heard the treat bag opening. You ready for some treats? Yeah? You gonna let the people see your beautiful face while I do a shameless plug? Alright, man. Some treat time. Yeah, get those treats. Alright, that was the Mr. Bean tax. Now you have to listen to my shameless plug. Alright, bud. One more, okay? Yeah. There you go, buddy. Good job. Alright. Shameless plug time.
Hey, you guys, real quick, if you like this sort of thing, if you're enjoying watching me kind of go through this process and learn things about myself, or if you yourself are learning something through all this, could you do me a favor and just hit that like button and maybe the subscribe button? I really would appreciate it, and maybe if it happened enough times, I might be able to, I don't know, pay off some of this mountain of debt that I've accrued while trying to fix my hand. Yeah, if you could do that, or even one of those things, I really appreciate y'all. Thanks. Number 4, people are just going to say weird shit to you. Like, they are going to call you disgusting, or tell you to maybe put your hand away, or they're just going to interrupt talking to their family 3 booths away to yell at you, hey, what happened? A cashier will stop ringing you up and create a line behind you just to ask you why you decided to do that to yourself, and then also kind of point it out to all the people waiting in line. Keeping a low profile just isn't an option. Number 5 is kind of a bonus one. If you have an accident around Halloween, like I did, everyone is just going to assume that it's part of the costume. And then they're going to freak out when they realize that, no, you're not Scooby-Doo with an amputation. Like, I don't think in the history of that show or any of the subsequent movies did he ever amputate some part of his paw. And maybe the final thing that I learned here at the end of October going into November is that the cold hurts. My hand just aches, and it aches with a passion. And as you can imagine, gloves are not really a possibility right now. Anyways, I always like to end these videos with something on the positive side, so let me show you my personal victory from last week, which I can't recreate this week for what you'll see is obvious reasons. But yeah, it was really exciting.
All right, Internet, it's time for this week's milestone. This is something that I couldn't do last week or the week before that I could do this week, and it's a really small thing, but it makes me feel really good. This week, I can use my hurt left hand to open my car door as opposed to having to reach across with my other hand. So it may seem like nothing, but it means the world to me that I can use this hand in any capacity in my day-to-day. So progress.